The RULA Maps project, codenamed ArcApp, is a web-accessible database and mobile app available on both Android and iOS platforms that utilizes geolocation and augmented reality technologies to access data, including imagery, videos, and text, on building projects throughout the city in real time. The infrastructure of the ArcApp effectively serves as a resource and tour guide to any local landmark in the real world condensed into users' smartphones. Despite the saturation of ubiquitous mobile computing, there is yet to be a clear standard in providing users access to robust, consolidated, and authoritative information on any given landmark in the real world in real time. The ArcApp infrastructure addresses this need directly. This infrastructure is conducive to any enterprise, including interior design and new media, that wishes to empower people with more information on any given landmark they may come across. One of the biggest challenges faced by educators in architecture programs is providing meaningful and self-directed pedagogical tools that are accessible, current, and engaging. To many students, architectural engineering material is often discussed in the confines of classrooms rather than contextualized in real-world projects. It is incumbent upon educators to seamlessly connect academia to real-world application. Augmented reality proved to be the most suitable technology to ameliorate this condition. In the case of Ryerson University, the vast majority of new students are commuters who take public transit from their suburban homes to what amounts to a relatively unfamiliar environment in the downtown core. Despite the incredible architectural renaissance Toronto has experienced in the past 3 decades, many incoming students arrive unfamiliar with the acclaimed work literally across the street from their classrooms. Developed within 4 months, the early prototype of the ArcApp was a simple database of notable architectural projects within the downtown Toronto campus that highlighted basic project information such as the completion date, the architects, and some basic text describing the project's architectural relevance alongside supporting imagery. Originally developed in HTML5, the project was a website that catered to a student audience that would explore the city while mobilized with access to a database of architectural landmarks. It has since grown into an augmented reality application that allows users to visualize everything from historic imagery to structural drawings, investigate the history and theory behind a building's design, and leverage global positioning to offer tours and guidance to particular sites. More than a static archive of imagery and text, the ArcApp also provides users insights directly from design teams that explore design decisions and challenges on built projects. For example, if a user were visiting Brookfield Place, formerly known as BCE Place, they could simply click on the project name and access the compiled building database providing relevant architectural information. A user may wish to examine the historic imagery that preceded the construction of the project, perspectives that may not typically be available to the general public, architectural drawings, and even developmental design imagery. The database also provides brief synopses on relevant building information to provide users with new perspectives on various landmarks. Instead of listening to lectures about the built environment within the classroom, the ArcApp has become a tool to introduce students to their surrounding buildings and serves to contextualize the academic discussion by a real-world application. For example, rather than assign readings and show slides of notable religious buildings in a theory course, students could follow a preordained tour to visit relevant buildings in the city in person using the Google Maps interface and global positioning system integrated in the ArcApp. Beyond simply utilizing a tour or building search, users may leverage the map view, which showcases what other notable projects in the building database are nearby. Once at a key landmark, students may also leverage the online database through the app to not only simultaneously see historic imagery atop what currently exists in the real world, but also better understand the building through detail and interior imagery, as well as future design proposals by other architects. An indispensable feature to students within the ArcApp is the ability to arbitrarily use it to discover information about buildings they find interesting as they explore the city. Beyond showcasing orthographic, rendered, and historic imagery, the ArcApp also provides users a glimpse into a building at different times of day and through the seasons. The app effectively is an augmented reality architecture resource in students' pockets, uncovering facets of the building inaccessible or not necessarily visible in person. As though immersed in a digital environment, students engage the built world with a sense of discovery and confidence in seeing what they have learned in class applied in the real world. Taking advantage of the Web 2.0 paradigm of information sharing and user-generated content, the ARC app also serves as a platform for students to add and update content as part of their academic responsibilities in various courses. Students are not only part of the end-user audience community, but also content creators and editors who vigilantly ensure app content is current, relevant, and robust. For example, in one course, students are asked to create 3D structural models that can be pulled up in the app, while in another, they would be asked to take photos of a construction site to maintain an archive of progress imagery once the building is complete. The aggregation of this process results in an archive that is both current and diverse, while also leveraging students' learning and sense of accomplishment in having their content uploaded onto the app. The ARC app has served to address several educational issues in architecture, including increased accessibility, maintaining currency, and drawing in real-world application, while also netting secondary benefits such as encouraging integrative thinking with other courses, connecting students to a community beyond the university, and spurring greater curricular engagement within the department. Its success since its deployment a year ago has merited great interest from both within the academic community and a variety of external stakeholders, including the general public.
This app provides some really unique and interesting experiences that you wouldn't otherwise get to see about the City of Toronto and its architecture on a daily basis.
It's great that Ryerson students get the opportunity to be a part of something that everybody can use, and we can also use it and learn from it as well.
Future directions for greater integration with other courses within the architectural program and even with other departments such as interior design and new media are excellent opportunities in continuing the positive academic trajectory of the ARC app, while interest from external organizations has generated requests for collaborations to provide content from its membership to serve as a platform documenting great local projects. Beyond architecture, the infrastructure of the ARC app lends itself for multiple disciplines to connect between the real world and the uncovered layers of information readily available in online archives.